One of the fascinating things about early Dungeons and Dragons is how utterly improbable it was that it would actually succeed. The wargaming hobby was really small at the time. It was a very niche thing to get involved in. And most of the games that people were playing were sold as board games. You'd get a box with all of the tokens and maps and everything that you needed, and there would be rules included. And Gygax and Company for TSR decided they just wanted to package the rules. If you wanted the stuff to play with those rules, you'd buy that separately. And then, on top of that, because that narrows the market, there are only some people, only a small subset of the wargamers at the time was interested in just buying rules. But on top of that, he then introduces an entirely new game type to this very small market that nobody was really making money on. And for whatever reason, it worked. Like, there's no special sauce, there's no magic. Gygax was, let's say, flawed. I don't think he was an evil man, but he definitely had a lot of flaws and unaddressed problems, right? Arneson also had some issues. Most of the people involved had issues. There is no way anyone looking at that in a logical way at the time thought this will become one of the most successful game properties in history and would become like pop culture icon, would start an entire hobby, the whole thing. Like nobody could have conceived of that. And yet, here we are. And it's evidenced by the fact that these were hobbyists who were interested in war games, that they weren't really good at running games companies. Like they weren't good at running companies in general. So TSR had a lot of problems from the beginning because it was a bunch of eager hobbyists trying to sell something that nobody had any reason to believe would make any money to begin with.